is on Powtoon.com. Powtoon is a free online presentation tool that has countless themes, props, and characters that will help you spice up any presentation to make it a more exciting presentation or movie, much more fun to use and create things as well as present them than using a PowerPoint for sure. So when you log in to Powtoon.com, or when you go to Powtoon.com, this is their main page, you can sign up and get a 14-day free trial. Using this, you get 10 uploads and downloads and a 5-minute maximum per video. So during the 2 weeks, you can upload as many as 10 videos, 5 minutes a piece or less. So if you're interested in holding on to that afterwards, you can choose to purchase a monthly plan. They also have teacher and student plans. So down here we have the educator plan, and coming soon they will have one that's accessible to the educator as well as a class of 30 students, which would be $100 a year. So something to think about if it seems like a program that you'd like to keep and use in your classroom. But I have already created a membership here using their free trial. So I'll go ahead and log in. When you get to the main page, it's called My Playground, and this is what you'll see when you have any videos created. They will be down here. This is one that I've already created and uploaded to YouTube. And when you're ready, you can click Start here to start a new presentation. So we'll do one in movie mode. Choose a title, just a demo, so we'll call this one a demo. And we don't really need to give a description. And then down here you can choose different styles, and you have access to all the styles once you're in to the program. So we'll just choose the marker man, and then you can either choose a blank template or one that has some pieces already added to it, or you can create your own template. So we'll just start with a blank one, and you click create, and that will open a secondary window that you'll be doing all your creating and editing within. So all you need to use this website is an updated Flash player, and that will give you access to the program. So this is the main editing page that you'll see when you're creating new presentations. Along the top you have your buttons of new, save, and import music or sound clips. You can actually add a song, or if you use a different tool to record your voice and you just have the sound clip for it, you can add that and then you can align it with your slide. You also have cut, copy, and paste, share to Facebook or other social networking sites, upload to YouTube, or download as an HD file. Here we have our added text box option. Over here are your help buttons, and then to the right are all of your editing options. So you have the different styles that you can use. We're in the marker style right now, but you can also use the label style, Mission Impossible, corporate, or hands, and there's also a picto here at the front. And under each style, you'll have different image holders, characters, and props, as well as different markers along the bottom and different backgrounds. So depending on which style you're in, you have access to different ones, but you can use any combination of them for your presentation. The text here, they can have plain text or different ways for it to come onto the screen. Image holders are if you'd like to add a video clip or a picture from a website or from a file on your computer, you can have them just have a frame on the slide. So this is where you would add pictures from outside sources or videos from outside sources. If you're just using Powtoon's pictures, then you can use their characters here. There's plenty of characters. They have animated characters. They also have props, and under each style there are different props. Markers, which you can adjust the direction of on the side, and different backgrounds. voice recording is aligning with the slides, how the music is aligning, or just to make sure everything is transitioning in at the correct time. And so this plays from the beginning, or you can adjust where this arrow is and then click play to see it play from that point on. So this tells me along the bottom here that this slide will last for 10 seconds, but we will adjust that to make it 7 seconds. And I'll just go through and show you guys how to add things to the slide. So we're going to add an animated character. Make him a little bigger. And move him around anywhere on the presentation. Also, just keep in mind it will always say created using Powtoon down here if you're on the free trial. Once you purchase a membership, I don't believe that will show up on your presentations anymore. So then we will just add a text box. So you can just click here on the little notepad, and here you can adjust the color. They have a wide variety of colors. You can make it bigger or smaller, and they also have a couple different fonts that you can use. So depending on what we play here, and then over here we can preview how the text effect will appear on the presentation. This is a letters bouncing effect. Just hit apply, and then put it wherever you want it on your presentation. Now when you select anything that you've added to the slide, along the bottom it will show you where it transitions in during the presentation. So we're going to make the animated man transition in during the first second, and the hello come in at the second second. So we'll just play this slide and see how they all come on. That looks good. So we'll go to the next slide. Create another set. There are a lot of different characters that you can use. Penguin, for instance. There's a really great demo Powtoon presentation on their website that uses a penguin, and that really was helpful in seeing the finished product. So now we would just continue and add a few more things to our presentation here. There's a lot of variety to what you can do with your presentation. You can add text box, and then make your characters look like they're saying things. You can add pictures of people, from outside sources and do things. A great way to use this presentation tool would be to have students creating things once they've conducted some research on something, especially for history classes. The Powtoon refers to their presentations as Presentoon. And we'll just add a little text in here too. exported on a different MP3 file, you can add that, and it'll just show you the status of it up here. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. So what I have found with this presentation tool is that it's very easy to use. You can create a PowerPoint, which I think most people are able to create a PowerPoint. You can definitely use this tool. It takes a little time to get used to where things are, but it's very user-friendly, very, very accessible. Free, you can't argue with that. You have 2 weeks free, and even the monthly plans are not too bad if you're creating a lot of presentations. So there's always the option to upgrade. You can also earn money making other people's presentations. There is a way that once you sign up, you're able to say that you want to make other people's presentations, and they give you the information, and you use this tool to make money. And you can also upload these to YouTube or save them as files on your computer. So it's another way to connect to people. So now that this has uploaded, just press OK. And now the music is part of the presentation. So we will just play it from the beginning just to see how the music times out with how we have the slides transitioning. So everything looks good. If it's complete and it shows everything that you wanted it to show, what you do is you go to export, click on that button there, and you can choose if you want it just to be a standard export or an HD export, which will give you the option to download it as well. So I've already uploaded one video and downloaded it, so I only have 10 that I'm still able to use. With branding just means that it will show Powtoon in the corner, and then at the end of the presentation it will say created using Powtoon.com. So you can then link your YouTube account to Powtoon, and I actually don't even have a YouTube account, I just use my Google account, so you don't even have to make a whole separate one, you can just log in through Google. And then you just hit export, and it will show you the status of